Okay, Chad, so I've been forgetting what time it is, what, um, what, what day I'm on to hit 100 points in, the games. But I think it's either 4 or 5 or 3. But we're just gonna count it as one of those. So, let's get in the video.
Following the three-point attempt by MP. Murray, good.
Well, every defense gives extra attention to Murray, but they still have trouble keeping him under control.
Brooks from outside. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket. After missing his first 2 attempts, now 1 for 3.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity.
Well, young guys rarely hesitate to throw it down when they can. MP is no exception.
Murray against MP. Pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Fires from deep. Rebounded by the Jazz. And going against Denver, their first meeting of the season. And never brag an all-star, but he is a star. Jamal Murray
Oh,
can
yeah.
flat his play.
And he's had his hurdles to overcome over the years, but he's never one to shrink from a challenge. And he remains a prolific shot creator. A quiet but confident player. MP is one of those guys that lets his play do the talking most of the time.
Now here is Hardaway. He's been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game. Here's Brooks. Offensive rebound. Anderson passes to MP. That's good for his third bucket. Now 3 for 6 from the field.
Yeah, and let me tell you guys, I've seen a lot of great players come up in this league. MP is as focused on winning as they come.
Hardaway, no good.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Brooks with the bucket.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, they've come out with more energy and effort, and that's reflected in the score.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against Orlando was tremendous. He finished with 60 points and hit a bunch of threes. No surprises there. Really just a phenomenal performance from him. Here's hoping we see more of the same from him in this one, guys.
All right, Allie, great stuff as always. To the bonus of the season, how much of that performance carries over to tonight?
And Kevin, different scenarios call for a different measure. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Holmes setting the pick for Brown. And it's off from three-point range. And here's Utah. They're on a 15-3 run. I'm told now by our producer, do we have them, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Well, the Jazz have traded away a lot of their veterans. All-star Lauri Markkanen still remains. After a down shooting season a year ago, perhaps he needs to build his value back up around the league before they would consider moving him.
He can heat up in a hurry, that's for sure. We appreciate the update. Thanks, Shams.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Outside Hardaway. 52 seconds left here in the first quarter. Jokic. Kessler with the rebound.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
Brooks gets it on the assist by Anderson. Brooks has got 23.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Stolen by Anderson for 3. And it's MP with the 3.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He's going to take his chance to talk to his guy. Pass to Watson. Wide open look here for Murray. Drains the three-pointer. Murray's got 8 points.
Well, Murray's a three-level scorer, but arguably does his finest work from that level.
Step back and squared up.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Pass to Murray. 1 second left. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
Yeah, really a perfect way to...
And so it's the Utah Jazz taking a 19-point lead into the break. They have... He's checked in for Denver. And Utah making a change here. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And that one misses. So, Craig, when you're in the first game of a back-to-back, how much focus slips into already looking towards the second game?
Well, from a player's perspective, not much. But from the view of a coach, it has to creep in some in terms of making sure you don't overplay your stars.
Taking a look at the Jazz. Niang out there with Nurkic. Then there's Anderson. Then it's Brooks. And it's George in at the shooting guard.
You know, Jamal Murray has no problem being the facilitator when he sees open teammates.
And here's MP for 3. Good on the triple. MP's got 32 points.
He's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
Murray, no good.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
What an incredible game so far for MP. He's showing no signs of slowing down.
To the left side wing. Poked away, stolen by Brooks. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. The Utah Jazz are going young.
I had
but
to
this is a
tip on it.
franchise that has a winning history, and that culture is still around. Coach Will Hardy said, the messaging doesn't change. The players have bought into the little things that takes to win. This is a cohesive group that's committed to helping each other. Back to you.
Building the right way. Thanks a lot, Allie. For the 3. Good. Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Denver's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 of 6 from long range. And here's Jokic. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. Pass to Strawther. And again, Denver no good.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
Murray outside. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. And here's MP for 3. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
For 3, Murray. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic. A different look for Utah. Walker Kessler, he's checked in for Nurkic. And it's Markkanen in for George Niang. Here's Pickett. Pass to Holmes. Just 5 on the clock. Holmes got the loose ball, but that will be a backcourt violation. And the Nuggets making a change here. Watson's checked in. Looking at the last game for the Jazz, it was a win against Orlando. And again for 3. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
Denver's shooting in the second quarter has been pretty embarrassing, just 27%. We've got 13 seconds left in the second quarter. Shoots from 12. Kessler with the rebound. Kessler's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Connects again from distance.
Well, we expected him to come in firing. It's just another three-point barrage.
What a phenomenal run it's been for him. Nearing 5th
Hey,
on
this
the
is a
list
good
of
game,
most
yo.
triples in a season. And so it's the Utah Jazz with a huge lead at the break, safe to say there's no catching them today. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy.
Interesting to use the term hierarchy, but I wonder, how would you guys rate our studio hierarchy?
Well, Ernest, when you try to bring out the big words like hierarchy, anyway, I think they're going to play it simple.
Changing focus now to the tough first half for the Nuggets.
They don't want it enough. They're getting bodied.
Thanks for joining us. Now,
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time
We had
and time
53
again.
points in the
he
third
hasn't
quarter,
been
so he
settling.
should be able
He's
to.
getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
We've got Hardaway, who's out there with Murray. Jokic is out there with Christian Brown. And it's Holmes in at the 4. That's the group on the floor for Denver. And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Murray against Brooks. Murray with the bounce pass. And good that time.
Well, when Murray is passing the ball to his teammates, they are at their best.
And you assemble an all-swagger team. Jamal Murray again is on that roster.
Well, you're right, Kevin. And look, where players really gain their confidence, their swagger, if you will, in this league is when you play your best on the biggest stages in the playoffs. Jamal Murray has certainly done that. He has earned his swag.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
Well, the coaching staff made some adjustments for the second half, and they've come out with focus and execution.
Here's Brown. A three-pointer off the mark.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far. Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
Hardaway kicks to Holmes. Denver passing it around, and it's in there. Murray's got 12 points in the game.
Well, when Murray has his attacking game working, it opens up more space for everybody.
And that one's good. Brooks.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
And again for 3.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. Jokic passes to Hardaway. Puts up a deep 3. The rebound by Anderson, and it's Utah's ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Good, another from 3.
Night in and night out, you can count on him to stretch the defense
Yo.
and just open up the floor.
Would you believe he's now tied for 5th most triples in a single season?
Yeah.
It's amazing. Murray, no good.
I don't get plus no
The
more.
competitive mindset there, trying to answer right.
And again for 3.
Now claiming the mark for hitting the 5th most threes in a season. Wow.
Connects again from distance.
Another 3. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
They just keep pouring in. This is a top 5 all-time single game for 3-point shots made. Pass to Murray. 3-pointer. Rebound, Utah.
Well, he hit a couple of threes in the first half, but nothing.
And again for 3.
And all game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is no stopping his shot.
And this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game that the world never forgets. Now here's Hardaway. To the paint, clock at 4. Holmes, good.
I like the dish from Hardaway Jr.
I'm
Proving once
finna
again
ask
he's a
my cousin that
team-first
she could
player.
send me some.
46 seconds left to play here in the third. A three from MP. And good. He hits it again.
Unreal. He's got the fourth most points ever in an NBA game. This man is on another planet.
I mean, what can you say? One of the all-time individual games in NBA history. From the arc. And Brown pulls it down. The Nuggets shooting is leaving some to be desired. Just 36% here in the third quarter.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
MP right outside. Rebounded by Hardaway.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within.
And so it's MP making things happen for the Utah Jazz. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely no stopping it. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one,
Good, another from three.
and what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps knocking them down from deep.
Greg, he has just exploded from beyond the arc. That last make tying him for second in most threes in a game. Greg, you think about the value of those saved veterans on a team, guys that have been around the block, played a lot of years. Why are they so important?
Well, a lot of times they'll echo the message of...
And again for three.
And of course it falls for him. That three pushes him into the history books.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. This is a night we will never forget. Murray dishes to Valanciunas. Back to Murray. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Brooks from outside. Connects again from distance.
The barrage continues, and he's now broken his own record. It's a new mark for the most triples ever in a game.
He said it. If anyone's going to do it, it may as well be me. And he keeps raising the ball. Higher and higher. Triple after triple. Catch him if you can. And a look now at some of the players we can expect to see in this year's dunk contest. Always one of the great events of All-Star Weekend.
It is, Kevin. You just can't take your eyes off it. The ideas those guys come up with, and then the guts it takes to pull them off, always blows me away.
You look at Brown, and I know he'd like to make a move up in the consideration. He's got all the athleticism you hope for from a dunk contest participant.
He sure does. Lots of competition, though, in the running this year to get that big invite.
And so that's the breakdown as it currently stands. We'll be keeping you all updated with the latest info and, of course, our final list of contestants as we get closer.
Yeah, and if they don't invite me to be a judge, I'm still going.
Here's Crawford. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his fourth rebound in this one. And that one's good. Brooks.
Yeah, just another thing MP does for this team. Space the floor.
Inside. Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Jokic has got his first 2 points.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Shoots the three, and another one falls.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Pass to Tyson. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Jazz. There's the triple. Good, that's another bucket.
Can you believe it?
Just like that, y'all. Get 100 points on the board.
For most points,
Let's
in a
keep
game.
going.
Nobody can deny that this is one of the greatest individual efforts, GA, we've seen, not just in basket, and yep, another basket.
I am disbelieved. He set a new all-time record for scoring in a single game.
Well, Greg, a record that was for so long thought to be untouchable. He continues to amaze.
And MP now has one of the all-time records.
Another from three.
And his flame throwing continues. He's having a season for the ages.
And he's approaching the fourth most three-point makes in a season.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Jazz.
Their superior ball handling won it for us.
And fewer turnovers equals greater scoring opportunities. Any coach will tell you that. If you take care of the ball every possession, and this is a perfect example of what happens when you do.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Brooks.
You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat.
32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The three from MP. He can't hit that time.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
It's tipped.
And that's what they want from Bailey at the defensive end. Help protect that rim.
From deep. MP, no good. Murray with it. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. A resounding victory for them. And
thanks, guys. We've seen a lot of impressive performances from you, MP, but tonight you were in total control. Always 2-3 moves ahead. Looked like you were playing a video game, and you finished with the video game stat line crossing the 90-point mark, only for the second time in NBA history. What was different about tonight for you?
Oh, man. I approach this game the same way I approach everything in life. Only thing different was the shots kept falling for me, so I kept taking them. And you know what? I played with a bunch of unselfish dudes who kept feeding the hot hand tonight.
Kevin, over to you.
hey, Jen, thanks so much.
MP, right here. Right here. Come on, MP. Always Frank. Here we go. All right. MP, you just scored the most points in a game in league history. I mean, where do you go, man?
Wow, Frank. Somewhere an angel just got their wing. Settle down. Listen, my mindset's the same every single game. I want to dominate.
This will be the last game, y'all.
At the power forward position, at 6'9" each.
Here we go. And it's going to be the Grizzlies off the tip. Let's take it to the sidelines where we've got some more on MP's big night.
Well, he had a flat-out insane game, setting a new NBA record for threes in the game, passing the 14 that Klay Thompson hit back in 2018. The new record record holder told me, quote, "I was just in the zone. Everything was going in. It was the best feeling in the world. And it was so much fun to watch, guys."
Good! Another from three.
I mean, his flame throwing continues. He's having a season for the ages.
And he's approaching the fourth most three-point makes in a season. On offense, here's Utah. Fast break Utah. Fires the three. Oh, and again, it's the Jazz from deep.
You see the foundation of a real long-range threat. Now MP just has to keep developing those skills.
From deep, Morant. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2. The last 7 league MVPs born outside the United States, Shams. The game is going global. What's next?
So BA, Adam Silver said in this statistic, 5 years from now, over 40% of the youth of the world will live in Africa. I think we'll see a lot of investment in developing that talent, not to mention captivating fans in that market, but really around the world. That's what the NBA is, a global sport.
Do you think we'll see teams, divisions, possibly groups of teams in certain areas around the world that'll be part of the NBA?
NBA Europe is very much in the works. There could be a real league there with the NBA.
All right, time to go to the sidelines and revisit just how amazing MP has been this season.
Thanks, guys. Well, his hot shooting this season has brought him within sight of the single-season high watermark for triples made. And while it's something he's cautious of, he said he's trying to keep his focus squarely between those lines. Guys?
That's a good approach. Brooks from outside. Pure from three-point range. Brooks has got 12 points. And Shams, you're on TV probably more than ever. Is that challenging? I mean, how often do you have to shave every day?
Yeah, BA, I always got to be camera ready in season, particularly with the Luka Doncic trade. That happened so late at night that I knew at 11 p.m. Central Time I had to be ready. And for me, of course, interacting with my sources and getting information is one thing, but being TV ready, being ready to be on camera, it keeps me busier than ever. I know I have to be ready 24/7, 365.
You always look good, Shams. You're always ready for TV, man.
BA, I'm just trying to be like you.
The officials were right on top of that.
Memphis shooting their first free throws tonight.
First team foul.
And the Grizzlies with some changes. Clark is checked in for Edey. Aldama comes in for Jackson. And it's Pippen in for Wells. That one drops. He ties it up.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
Shams, we've heard Commissioner Silver suggest that with the global audience for the game, team market sizes connects again from distance.
Yeah, he's been hitting threes at a very high level. We haven't seen many better from deep.
That last triple ties him for 4th most made in a season. Down low. Here's Clark. Good. And the setup by Morant.
And it's so difficult to defend Morant in a pick and roll because not only can he get his own, but he can also create passing angles in very tight spaces.
Here's Brooks. Gets to the corner and hits it. He's got 17.
No, he's been locked all the way in from the floor, and he's the #1 reason why they're winning right now.
Up top, Pippen. Brooks defending. Aldama. Three-pointer, no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
MP looking around. Here's the three. And again for three.
And this is amazing. I mean, that moves him into 4th place alone on the list of most three-pointers in a season.
It's been fantastic to witness. A year like this does not happen very often. Here's Morant. And such a nice move to make that bucket possible. Morant's got 5 points.
Well, one thing about Ja, he's determined.
Here's Brooks. Memphis with a rebound. Last game matched up with the Thunder. Tough loss there.
Yeah, we know that on the road, you're already a little out of your element. Then the misses from the line become contagious.
Yeah, they weren't doing themselves any favors missing all those free throws. You could sense the frustration mounting as the game went on.
And so it's MP making things happen for the Jazz. He's been productive scoring the ball. for Niang. Collier comes in for Sensabaugh. And MP subbed in for George. And Memphis also making a switch. Conchar, he's checked in for Ja Morant. Can the two of the league's smaller market teams facing off in last year's finals? Shams, any problem with that?
On one hand, BA, it definitely takes the audience some getting used to, but for Commissioner Adamson, it's a sign that the league changes are working as intended. There's so much parity with every team, if well managed, a chance to compete. And the Pacers and Thunder both certainly fit that description. This is a wide open league right now, BA.
NBA is fertile ground if it's well managed. That's the key. Kyle Anderson is out there with Bailey. Then there's Collier. Then it's MP. And it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for Utah right now. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Nuggets delivered quite a performance.
Connects again from distance.
And his incredible shooting season continues.
Up the charts he climbs. Now tied for third all-time for threes in a season. Absolutely amazing. And Shams, the last few years, teams often giving up a lot of draft picks when they traded for a difference maker.
The market has changed, BA. The thought process has been assuming the trade moves the needle. Those picks you're giving up aren't very good. But listen, if the trade doesn't work, you just gave up the farm. And that's the risk reward that you play with as a general manager.
They need this. And another miss by Memphis.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it at.
This is snowballing for them. They cannot get a good look next time down.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well.
So Tuomas Isalos decided to call timeout here. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Kessler, he's checked in for Nurkic. Then for Memphis, Caldwell Pope's checked in for Conchar. And it's Morant in for Pippen. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. And again, it's Memphis missing.
He just can't find a consistent way to score, and this team could certainly use it.
Good! Another from three.
The threes just don't stop with him. He's been a machine from beyond the arc ever since the start of the season.
He continues to shoot his way up the history books, and now sits solely by himself for third most made threes in a season. And the basket is good. He got it to go, and he took the bump. So a free throw coming up. An opportunity to three-point play. The Jazz making a switch here. Markkanen's checked in. Edey's checked in for Memphis. Wells comes in for Aldama. Utah leading by 15. Brooks from outside. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, PA. Unbelievable.
Caldwell Pope, the pass to Wells. A minute and a half left in the second. Edey, it's good on the putback.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
All right, Shams, we know you got to hop back on your phone in case you have to break any news. Thank you for being with us here tonight. Great stuff.
Happy to be here, BA. Thank you.
Well, that was fun having Shams sit in with us. I tell you what, if you're looking for the inside scoop, he's the guy.
So true. He's got his finger on the pulse of this entire league. If something's going down, you can count on him letting everybody know about it. And they had early success from the perimeter, but I don't understand how they've gotten away from that here in the second.
Anderson finds MP, takes a three, and again for three. Woo, you can tell he's feeling it right now.
The BA, he's on fire.
Grizzlies trail by 20. 43 seconds left in the first half. Now Caldwell Pope. He has 7. Shot clock at 6. From deep, Morant sends it home from three-point land. Morant's got 5 points now in the quarter. Brooks left side. The three. Another three for Utah.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Morant with the slam.
Oh, wow. Okay, John turning it loose. Someone throw that man some water.
Here's MP. Here he goes.
Even with the score as it is, he just keeps coming at you.
5 ticks left to play in the first half.
Substitution for the Grizzlies, number 7, Santi Aldama.
And so it's Utah ending the quarter with a 20-point edge. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
Help modern era. Work the ball around the perimeter and shoot it with confidence.
That's right. My name would be Shaquille O'Neal.
And moving things along, let's take... Thanks for tuning in.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, tonight, he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
Checking out the group for Tomas Isolo to start the second half. Wells and Jackson, your small and power forwards. Morant runs point with KCP to his side, and it's Edey in at the center position. Well, Grant, offense is trying to stretch the D to the breaking point, but it goes beyond just three-point shooting.
Yeah, there's having good position on the perimeter, but you know, then you also want that vertical spacing too, where you have a lob threat at the rim.
Morant against MP. Now here's Morant. He's guarded closely. Look at again. 7 for 12 and going at the defense.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Brooks from outside. Cleared away by Wells. Grizzlies trail by 21. And stolen by Markkanen. They're running. Here's MP. And MP throws it down.
When MP is having a night like this, you just can't keep him from getting the ball.
Pass to Jackson. Just over a minute and a half played in the third. Stolen by Kessler. A deep three from MP. Cleared away by Wells. Memphis has gotten 5 of their 9 attempts from deep to go. And last season, the Jazz had the worst record in franchise history.
You're losing with a plan, though. Utah, such a smart organization. If you're going to tear it down to the studs, do it in a good draft year.
As they set their sights on locking up the win, he has to do everything in his power to make this happen.
Jackson surveying the D. Back to Morant. The shot comes out. Good D by Kessler.
Their first miss since the break. Still, I like how they've come out so far.
And it's good. He hits a good one.
And his tear continues. We've never seen this before.
He now has the record for the most 60-plus point games in a row. Here's Morant. Jackson finds Caldwell Pope. Clock at 6. Morant against MP. Morant missing again.
2 minutes remaining in the
Now
third.
here's
2
MP.
minutes.
Non-stop scoring machine right here. Nails it from 3.
They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot.
And it's Morant with the ball for the Grizzlies. Kicks it out to Jackson. Outside Wells to end the run. They get it back. Edey. And the dunk by Edey.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend the court.
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sideline with every offensive board.
And a new group getting ready for Utah. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Kessler. Niang comes in for Anderson. Bailey's checked in for Markkanen. And it's George in for Collier. And a new group getting ready for Memphis. Clark is checked in for Edey. Aldama comes in for Jaren Jackson Jr. Jackson, he's checked in for Wells. And it's Pippen in for Caldwell Pope.
It's just one of those nights where he's been very good, but his team is losing, and that's just an odd feeling.
Hits you again. Wow.
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the offense. Really taking it to the opposition. Pass to Jackson. left in the third quarter. 4-3. Oh, connects again.
What a game from him. 72 points.
And he's been simply sensational throughout this one.
Sometimes Morant just makes this look effortless. He's such a gifted passer.
MP outside. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Jackson. Memphis has gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. And Clark gets it to go on the assist from Jackson. Clark's got 4 points this quarter.
Oh, I love that possession for them, ending with an assisted bucket.
Here's Brooks. And yes! That's the basket.
This game has his name written all over it.
He has, and so it's MP making things happen for the Jazz. Training 5 threes in that quarter. 5. This guy's locked in. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. MP is out there with Keontae George. Then there's George Niang. Then it's Bailey. And it's Nurkic in at the 5. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. From deep. And the basket by Pippen.
If you're not right up there on him, oh, he's going to make you pay.
From deep, MP. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Pass to Aldama. Jackson outside. Here's Aldama, covered by MP. Aldama. Rebounded by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's MP. Another bucket!
This game has his name written all over it.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. Pippen, pass to Jackson. Aldama outside. Richard, the league taking some steps to prevent flopping. What's the criteria for what crosses the line?
It's called STEM. It's an acronym for secondary, theatrical, exaggerated movements. Yes, that's a real term. It's
another one falls!
And he's been out of this world tonight. I mean, unreal on the offensive end.
Well, the points just keep adding up. Close to the 4th most points ever in an NBA game. A big group substitution here for Memphis. Edie's checked in for Clark. Wells comes in for Aldama. Caldwell-Pope's checked in for Conchar. And it's Morant in for Pippen. Brooks with it, guarded by Morant. The shot from 20 feet out. Good! It's another bucket! Oh, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
NBA, it feels like he can't miss.
The open shot, Morant. And they cash it in right away with a quick shot. Morant's got 11 points here in the second half. Pass to Bailey. Back to Brooks. From behind the arc. Go! Another from 3.
Another 3 for him. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
Well, he's just pouring it on, and he's tied for the 5th most triples ever in a single game. Back to Morant. And the layup is good. Morant's got 25 points.
And this is what John Morant does best. When he finds his rhythm on offense, he's almost impossible to guard.
He got it again! Sensational!
That puts him even for 3rd on the single-game scoring list. Simply amazing.
Man, I'm at a loss for words. His has been one of the greatest offensive games we'll ever see. Launches it. Connects again from distance.
It has been raining threes for him. Alone at 4th in the all-time single-game triples list.
He can't miss. They have to keep feeding him. How many more can he hit? Back to Morant. It's stolen by Nurkic.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Jazz.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, with what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And so this will lock down their 15th win of the year.
And having this win on the books might give them a little mental advantage the next 2 times these squads meet.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for MP.
He came up with a bucket every time they needed him to. Great effort on offense, and he was a difference maker.
Moran against Brooks. Sinks that one from the post.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there.
Brooks from outside. The rebound by Jackson.
That's exactly how you have to defend him on the perimeter. Can't allow any space. Unfortunately for them, they're still going to come up short. You wish they'd shown this kind of fight earlier.
Too little, too late. That final score will look
good. There's another beat. And incredible. Never thought we'd see another player score this much.
Man, it feels surreal, doesn't it? That score puts him tied for the second most points in an NBA game. What an historic night. The three-pointer off the mark. Steps back and fires. Offline. And so it's Utah easily grabbing this one. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just
I don't think it's an exaggeration to say we just witnessed the greatest individual performance in NBA history, with MP racking up 90 points. Talk about it, MP.
Woo! Oh, God. Look, usually I talk about...
Over to you, BA.
Okay, Dominic, thank you. And that'll do it.